Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, I'm just taking my Crocs off. Yes, I own Crocs. Don't come at me. It's so funny when I decided to buy some Crocs. It's completely influenced by my sister and brother-in-law when we went away in January in our caravans. And when I bought them, I actually messaged Shez, my best friend, and said, P.S., please still be my friend. I own a pair of Crocs. Now, don't come at me if you own Crocs, you love them. I'm a convert. However, being a personal stylist, I never thought in a million years would I be wearing a pair of Crocs. However, here we are. So welcome. I'm coming in 90 minutes later than I normally do. I've had a really wonderful day. It started with, well, didn't start with, but I had a social media strategist session with Christelle, who was actually a industry expert inside Borderline Business. I had that session with her. That's session 3 of her 4-session package. And then I had another session directly after that. And I really had nothing prepared today, but I wanted to come in because I just had a very timely reminder on my last session about slowing down, full stop, but also slowing down to sometimes speed up. And I just feel like that is such a timely reminder. And it could be for you in that if you are someone that lives a lot of your time in your own head, that you're just thinking a lot. You're constantly throwing around different ideas. You're constantly having that inner dialogue with yourself, whether it be positive or negative. You're just constantly feeling like you're spending a lot of time up in here, and that you are challenged by slowing down. You're challenged by bringing everything back down into your body. You're challenged by turning down the volume that goes on inside your head. And if that is you, that is me. I am someone that I do a lot of thinking, and because I work for myself in my home, I feel like there is a whole lot of time that is spent up in my head. And I just got a really timely reminder. It was actually from an intuitive session that I had with a medium, and her message just constantly was for me to slow down. And it was really about making sure that I'm doing more of the things that I love, being more creative, but also getting back to my journaling and just slowing myself down in that the answers that I want are not going to come from up here. They're not going to come from thinking. They're actually going to come from slowing down and getting into my body and finding the spaciousness where I can connect into what is true and real and not what is going on in my head. And so it was such a timely reminder because I'm running 3 days of live coaching in March on the 4th, 5th and 6th of March. It's just $9. There's a session a day for 3 days. It's going to be recorded. You get the recordings for 2 weeks, all of those things. But writing that content, I was doing a lot of thinking about, what it is that I wanted to deliver, in which way did I want to deliver it, all of those things that go with creating any type of coaching, presentation, etc. And so my reminder from the session that I just had personally was that if I lead through my personal experience and the things that I know I can call on and what's in my own toolkit to calm my own mind, to slow down in order to speed up, to quieten the mind in order to get the answers, that is what I will deliver in that 3 days of live coaching. So it's kind of one of those moments where it's like, take your own advice, but also knowing that if I deliver from my truth and if I deliver just in the moment, which is how I deliver best, then I don't need to be doing so much thinking and second guessing, because often for me, less is more. If I have more space in my presentations, in my masterclasses, in my workshops, I allow the people that are there in real time, live or watching the recording, I allow them the space for it to land for them rather than throwing lots and lots of information at them. So basically, as I said, nothing prepared, just a very timely reminder. And I wanted to come in because I'm hoping that whoever is watching this, whoever watches the recording, it may resonate in that if you spend a lot of time up in your head playing out scenarios, thinking about different outcomes, working your way through different scenarios, be it in business, be it in life, whatever the case might be, and you seem to never land in an answer or a result, then slow down. Where is it that you can step out of that and just ground yourself with your own thoughts to pull everything back into your own body and create the space where you can allow yourself to have those more intuitive hits drop in for you? And the big thing for me is, and I've said it many, many times, is I journal generally, or I have in the past, I've journaled a lot. And I generally journal when I am feeling like I'm overwhelmed. I generally journal when I feel like there's a lot going on in my mind, and that is when I journal. However, when I don't journal, I end up in the headspace of needing to journal. And so this is just going to become another level of what I do in my mornings. So I think if you follow me on social media, you'll know that I start most mornings with F45. I have a swim in the ocean, and I'm now doing a meditation on the beach. And so I'm just going to take my journal and I'm going to meditate, and then I'm going to journal and just allow myself to be really present with my thoughts as I'm actually dumping them out on paper. And that was something that came through today. So if it is that you are someone that spends a lot of time up in here playing ping pong with yourself and your own thoughts, whether or not you've got busy brain or whether or not your brain feels like Burke Street in Melbourne, probably pre-COVID, then find the space in your day, carve out the time just to be with you without expectation, without wanting an outcome, but just do your best to turn down the volume of what can go on in your mind so that you can actually really tap in and listen to what is true within your body. And so that is what I'm going to be bringing to the 3-day live coaching that I'm running. I'm going to drop the link to that if it is that you would like to join in the comments of this live once I've posted it up. Love this. You cannot think your way to your intuition as much as we may try. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Right. And look, I'm not going to lie. Life is busy. If we choose it to be busy, but we as women generally have multiple things on our plate, whether or not we're running a business, we have children, we have a home to run. We obviously want to be a woman in our own right. We're a friend, wife, all of the things. However, it is often when we are really going for something, we're wanting to achieve a certain goal, we're looking for guidance in some way, that we just think that we're going to be able to think our way to the answer when, if you are someone that has a defined head and you can come up with that on your own, great. But for a lot of us, it's about actually turning down the noise and actually creating the space to have that kind of time alone where other things can drop in when the mind is not so loud. So that is going to be some of the things that I'm going to be sharing in the 3-day live coaching. As I said, I'll drop the link in this comments of this live after we've finished. And I think I saw an email come through. I haven't had a chance to read it just recently about someone who doesn't have a business that is part of my online community and have subscribed to my weekly emails and has asked whether or not they can participate. Absolutely. If you feel called to participating in anything that I have to offer, and it is that you don't yet have a business or you're just in the beginning phases, or you don't even think like you're going to have a business, but it is more of that kind of life coaching aspect that I give as well, absolutely participate. You do not need permission to participate in anything that I have to offer. So if you're called to do that and you don't have a business, or you're in the very early stages, or whatever the case might be, if you feel like having a bit of a mindset makeover is something you're called to do and something that you know you could benefit from it, then please go ahead and join. I will drop the link in the comments. But I do hope that, you know, whoever watches this, that this is just maybe a timely reminder or something that you can now be conscious of for yourself, to step out of your own head, to turn down that volume and come back into your body, to allow the space for all the goodness to come in, because that was certainly what I needed to hear today. But go and have a beautiful day. I'll be back here at midday Queensland time next Tuesday, and have a beautiful week.